What if your DNA holds advantages you've never consciously recognized? Not just your eye color, not just your height or facial structure, but hidden strengths, physical predispositions, mental wiring, instincts shaped long before you were born. Your body is not random. It is the result of thousands of years of adaptation. Every generation before you faced pressure, environmental, social, physical. Some pressures eliminated people, others shaped them, and the ones who adapted survived. You are not just related to survivors. You are built from their solutions. Today, we're uncovering the hidden advantages buried inside your genetic ancestry. And by the end of this, you might start seeing yourself in a completely different light. Let's start with metabolism. In modern culture, metabolism is judged aesthetically. Fast is good, slow is bad, but historically efficiency was power. If your ancestors lived in regions with unpredictable food supply, the ability to store energy was life-saving. A body that conserved calories during scarcity had a higher chance of making it through winter. Meanwhile, populations living in physically demanding environments with consistent access to food often developed faster metabolic turnover. Their bodies became optimized for constant output. So if you feel like your body gains weight easily, that might not be dysfunction. It might be ancient intelligence. Your metabolism is not outdated. It's context-specific. Now think about your stress response. Some people remain calm under pressure. Others feel everything intensely. Imagine growing up in a world without police, without stable infrastructure, without guaranteed safety. Hyper-awareness wasn't optional. It was necessary. Those who detected danger earlier survived more often. A nervous system that scans constantly may feel exhausting today, but in the past, it was protection. Even traits like heightened emotional sensitivity could have strengthened social bonds in tight communities where cooperation meant survival. What feels overwhelming in one era can be a superpower in another. Let's talk about physical performance more deeply. Genetics influence oxygen utilization, muscle density, tendon elasticity, even pain tolerance. Certain populations adapted to high altitudes, developing more efficient oxygen processing. Others evolved near coastlines, becoming exceptional swimmers and divers over generations. Some groups adapted to terrains that required balance and agility. Others adapted to open land requiring stamina. If you find that your body thrives in specific physical challenges, hiking, swimming, lifting, endurance sports, that preference might not be accidental. It may echo the landscape your lineage once navigated daily. Your strengths often hide in what feels effortless. Now consider sleep patterns. Some people are natural early risers. Others become mentally sharp at night. Historically, communities benefited from variation. In tribal settings, staggered sleep patterns meant someone was always alert. This diversity in circadian rhythm increased group survival. So if you've always felt out of sync with standard schedules, you might not be broken. You might just be wired differently, in a way that once protected your community. Let's look at pain tolerance and recovery. Genetic differences influence inflammation levels, tissue repair speed, and immune response intensity. In harsh environments, rapid wound healing could mean the difference between life and death. In densely populated areas, stronger immune defenses could prevent disease spread within families. Even today, people vary dramatically in how quickly they recover from injury or illness. That variation is ancestral memory at work. Now we go deeper. Beyond physical traits, there are behavioral tendencies. Risk tolerance, impulsivity, patience, long-term planning. Different survival environments rewarded different strategies. In unstable regions, taking bold risks could provide resources quickly. In stable agricultural societies, patience and delayed gratification produced better outcomes. Some of us feel pulled toward action. Others naturally analyze before moving. These aren't moral differences. They are adaptive strategies, and both have value in the right environment. There's also something powerful about genetic diversity itself. The mixing of ancestries often creates broader adaptability. When different survival strategies combine, the result can be increased resilience and flexibility. Hybrid vigor is a real biological phenomenon observed across species. Diversity strengthens systems. Your complexity may be your greatest advantage. Now let's talk about something rarely discussed: intuition. Your brain constantly processes information below conscious awareness. Micro-expressions, environmental shifts, tone changes, generations of pattern recognition shaped how quickly humans detect subtle changes. Some people trust their gut instinct more naturally. That instinct is not mystical. It's compressed ancestral data. Thousands of repetitions encoded into rapid subconscious processing. Sometimes what you call intuition is inherited pattern memory. And then there's resilience. Epigenetics shows us that intense experiences can influence how genes are expressed across generations. Not rewriting DNA, but adjusting sensitivity. Stress hormones, metabolic pathways, inflammatory responses. These systems can be tuned by ancestral hardship. You may carry not just survival traits, but survival preparation, the ability to endure discomfort, to persist, to adapt under pressure. These are not accidental characteristics. They are refined over time. But here's the truth most people miss. Your genetic advantages don't always align with modern society. You may feel average in one context and exceptional in another. A body built for movement struggles in sedentary environments. A hyper-alert nervous system struggles in constant digital stimulation. A risk-tolerant personality struggles in rigid systems. The key isn't changing who you are, it's understanding where you function best. Because your ancestry is not a limitation, it's a specialization. And when you discover your specialization, you stop trying to be someone else. You start optimizing who you already are. Every single ancestor you have, without exception, survived long enough to pass on their genes. Through famine, through disease, through migration, through conflict, through natural disasters. You are living proof of successful adaptation. Your DNA is a historical document written in biology. And the question is no longer, what's wrong with me? The better question is, what was I built to handle? When you shift that perspective, comparison loses power. Self-doubt loses power. You begin to see your traits as tools. And once you understand your tools, you can choose environments where they become advantages. If this changed the way you see yourself, take 1 second to like this video. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you want more content about human evolution, biology, and unlocking the hidden strengths within you. And in the comments, tell me, what's one trait you have that might actually be an ancestral advantage? I read every single one, and I'll see you in the next video.